The roar of the crowd was deafening, but it was nothing compared to the shock that came next. Caitlin Clark, the player who had lit up the WNBA like nobody before her, just won the WNBA Player of the Year award at the ESPYs. Fresh off a record-shattering college career, she was now the face of the Indiana Fever, a superstar destined for a legendary run. Everyone thought this was the beginning of a dynasty. What they didn't know was that a heartbreaking turn was just around the corner. In a fierce battle against the Connecticut Sun, a game-winning pass was followed by a chilling silence. The cameras caught it all. Clark limping, clutching her right groin. It was a nagging injury she'd been secretly battling for weeks, but this time, it was different. She had re-aggravated it, and the entire arena held its breath. Was their golden girl about to fall just as she reached the top? The coach tried to ease everyone's fears, but it was clear something was wrong. Days after celebrating her career-defining award, Clark dropped a devastating announcement on her social media. She was out for the entire 2025 WNBA All-Star Weekend. And to make it even more brutal, the event was set to take place in her own home arena in Indianapolis. Fans were crushed, watching as the moment she was meant to own was snatched away. Clark posted an emotional message with broken heart emojis, letting her fans know how badly she wanted to play, but that her health had to come first. She promised to show up for her team, but the void her absence created was massive. With the All-Star game suddenly missing its biggest star, the league had a new challenge. Who would step up and fill the empty spot in the highly anticipated three-point contest? They didn't have to look far. Lexy, a teammate of Clark's who had quietly been a silent assassin all season, got the call. She might not have been a household name, but real hoop fans knew she was on fire, especially from deep. Her focus, her discipline, and her deadly accuracy had made her one of the Fever's most reliable weapons. Now, she was getting her chance to shine on the biggest stage. This wasn't just an honor. It was a huge responsibility. The whole league and thousands of new eyes would be watching. What they didn't know was the tragedy Lexy was enduring behind the scenes. Just days before getting the call to replace Clark, Lexy was hit with a devastating loss. Her beloved dog, Maggie, her loyal companion for 14 years, had passed away. Lexy posted a heartbreaking tribute online, sharing black and white photos of their years together, and admitting that home wouldn't feel the same without her. This raw emotion hit fans hard. Suddenly, her moment in the All-Star spotlight felt even bigger, fueled by a mixture of pain, pride, and purpose. It was a pressure cooker of a moment, stepping in for the team's superstar while grieving a personal tragedy. But Lexy was ready for it. When All-Star Saturday finally arrived, all eyes were locked on her. Could she handle the pressure? The lights were blinding, the crowd was a wave of noise, and social media was buzzing with a shocking new rumor. Ticket prices for the All-Star game had plummeted a staggering 48% after Clark's absence was announced. It was a brutal reminder of the void she left, but it also became fuel for Lexy. As the horn sounded, she stepped up to the rack with ice in her veins. Shot after shot, her form was pure, clean, and confident. The Indianapolis crowd, a moment ago focused on the loss of their hero, were now on their feet, screaming Lexy's name. They were witnessing a hidden gem finally getting her moment. Even Caitlin, sitting courtside in street clothes, stood and applauded every time Lexy cleared a rack. That show of respect was electric. By the time the contest ended, Lexy hadn't just filled a spot. She had created her own moment. She proved she belonged with the league's elite shooters. When the scores came in, the arena held its breath. Lexy had finished second, just one shot short of winning it all. The crowd exploded, chanting her name as if she had just hit a game winner in the finals. Social media lit up instantly, with fans calling her the silent sniper, and analysts tweeting clips of her textbook perfection. Caitlin Clark, still sidelined, had tears in her eyes as she hugged her teammate post-contest. "Lexy held it down for us tonight," she told reporters. That one quote alone went viral. The story had flipped. What was supposed to be a weekend about Clark's absence became about Hull's arrival. And at the heart of it all was another player, one who'd been a quiet leader all along, known as the Indiana Fever's emotional anchor. Sophie Cunningham had already proven her loyalty earlier in the season when she charged in to defend Clark from a brutal foul. That fearless act, which got her a fine from the league, made fans see her differently. She wasn't just a gritty defender. She was a true protector, the big sister guiding rookies through a challenging league. It was Sophie's rock-solid support that kept the team grounded through the ups and downs of a difficult season. This powerful connection between Clark, Hull, and Cunningham didn't go unnoticed. Fans on social media started to give the trio a name: Tres Leches. Sweet like the dessert, but tough enough to handle anything the league threw at them. Sophie leaned into it, rocking a custom shirt with cartoon versions of all three players that went viral instantly. This wasn't just a nickname. It was a movement, a symbol of the unity, loyalty, and sisterhood that had become the defining story of the Indiana Fever. This wasn't just about who dropped the most points or took home a trophy. It was about how they treated each other when life hit hard. The Fever didn't just play as a team. They moved like a family. It was a story of friendship and love beating everything else. The biggest victory of all didn't happen on the scoreboard. It happened off the court. This isn't just basketball. This is family in motion, and fans everywhere are feeling it.